Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be doing a pick a rock reading on why are people grateful for you? Why do they appreciate you being in their life? I'm going to have these rocks to choose from. Group 1 can be this green one. Group 2 can be this blue one. And you can pause here to meditate. Other than that, I'm gonna start with the green one. Okay, so group 1, hi, hope you're doing well. Today, I'm gonna ask Spirit, why are people grateful for you? Why are people grateful for group 1? Holy Spirit. Why are people grateful for group 1? Oh my God. I kind of want to take these two. Whoa. I see a lot. I want to think about these. Queen, Hermit, Orphan, and Goddess. And think about those. It's definitely some grounded energy. So you are someone who knows who you are. You're empowered in yourself. People are grateful for you because you help them realize what needs to be shaken up in their life, what needs to change. Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow attributes, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So there is a sense of someone using their power and feeling a sense of self-importance in that, to where they feel like they have to put others down, destroying others' dreams or potential. I feel like that could be people in your surroundings that try to undermine you, but you always rise to the occasion, leave them out, know what needs to be destroyed or what needs to be cast aside, what needs to be no longer given attention to, in order for you to make a new life for yourself. And I feel like people are grateful because you help inspire them to enact a lot of change within their lives, to bring about a sense of feeling confident, knowing in who you are, and you truly validating yourself, you validating your dreams and knowing that's a possibility. It helps inspires others to okay, I can go after what I want. With artists coming out too, light attributes, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. So there is a sense of you being independent within yourself, and with your creations you go far, and I feel like people probably undermined you because I feel like you guys put the effort in, even if it's slow going and you don't see instant rewards. You know that eventually you'll be recognized for what unique qualities you bring, because I feel like you inspire others to see life symbolically. You inspire others to see the many possibilities and things that are to come. And through your creations, I feel like there is a sense of relating or feeling hope that, okay, I connect to this, they can do that and make a statement with what they create and hit home to me with, like, within my soul, within my spirit, you know, going just beyond the five senses. Because you know who you are, I feel like there's a connection in that, because you can differentiate yourself from others and you don't need others to validate you. And also, you inspire others to go about chasing their dreams instead of making them feel like, okay, you haven't reached some kind of pinnacle of success that I deem worthy, so you're lesser. Instead of doing that for others, you inspire them like, hey, I'm not where most people would view as successful, but I mean, I haven't even peaked yet, and I'm pretty content with how things are going right now with my creations. You know, guide. Light attribute represents the nature of divine in life and in yourself. Shadow attribute places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insights. So there is a sense of like you caring beyond the matters of this material world, and to hell with everything. Let it all be gone if it's not what's serving me, or that's really what spirit wants for me. Like, am I living out God's will for my life? Type stuff. I feel like you have a strong spiritual connection to the divine, and that helps you realize where your helps come from, so you never have to place material gain or control, because you release that control and you know where your help and your resources, you know where all the good things in your life, you know where, you know where it comes from. And because of your wisdom, because of you being that light for others, you help them see that there's strength in just things beyond this whole material world, with Mystic coming out here too. Revels in intimate union with divine, delusional rapport with the divine. Yeah, you're very close to the divine. Okay. People are grateful for you because I feel like you tell them things that they need to hear. You're a great light for them to help shed on times of like uncertainty or feeling bogged down and stuck in stagnancy, not knowing where to go on the path, still searching for purpose or a feeling of meaning within their creations, or just within their life, what they can bring when it comes to like trying to embark on like a new life for themselves, instead of staying within comfort. It's like letting things burn down, letting things fall, letting things like demolish, letting things end. People are grateful for you because you help them see that there's so much freedom and just something about like trying to see clearly, trying to gain some kind of fresh vision, or trying to see, at the bottom of the deck, both sides. Light attributes, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So with mediator being at the bottom of the deck, people are grateful because you remain upright and honest in situations with them when others place their whole, like, what they bring to situations, their skills, their talents, their power, their status, and their financial gain and use that as like a controlling, manipulative force over people to try to get some kind of ulterior motive or hidden agenda across, you know, you help broaden on the fact that, like, no, that's not right. I see where you're coming from, but I'm just gonna agree to disagree and step away and follow my own path and focus on myself. Create expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses. You help people are grateful for you because you help them realize that they need a stronger connection to spirit, to God, and that will help them release the baggage of the past, release what is potentially destructive for them, instead of using some kind of destructive power to down others or to make people feel low. I feel like people are grateful because you uplift them and you help them see the worth within themselves and what truly matters. Why do people appreciate you, Group 1? They appreciate clearly your creations and how you go about enacting change in your life, and it inspires them to do the same. Fifth house with a trust of a child. So there is a sense of you being obedient servant, delighting in serving others because you know where your help comes from. There is never a sense of lack or that you have to fit yourself to some kind of extreme circumstance. That's just, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, it can only be so easy if you just do what you're told with the trust of a child, with the fifth house. And that's with fun and romance making art. Like, I'm thinking you having some kind of toughness of will, you being stoic and conquering the ego, you being humble, or you knowing you imparting spiritual insight. People are grateful because through your creations, whatever you make, like, you could be an artist, you could paint or do some kind of design work, or you could be some kind of, I don't know, something just beyond the five senses, like a writer or something that really touches people. You create that, and you imparting that spiritual insight instead of trying to promote yourself to get some kind of financial gain. Like, there's a sense of, like, you knowing your worth, you knowing where your help comes from, you having a strong, intimate union with the divine. And that's your, like, with the purples here and then this red being your creation. I feel like people appreciate you because of your creations, clearly. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it, or just your power to love someone so strongly, to the fact where you have a forgiving spirit, a compassionate spirit, very benevolent and optimistic. Even throughout hard times of things being chaotic, messy, endings that you don't really look forward to, you know how to make do with that because you heed your guidance, and that's what makes you someone worthy of listening to, because you can listen to both sides. You can open yourself up to many perspectives. You're open-minded instead of being, you know, prejudiced and closed-minded, judgmental, jumping to conclusions and assumptions, and not going through some kind of cycled out lesson of you coming to terms with Jupiter being at the bottom of the deck, your spiritual world and your material world, and it's like that going hand in hand, and not you placing some high importance on how you're affecting some kind of social community, but you're doling out your sheer will, your strength, with a sense of discipline and toughness of will, some kind of heroism of you conquering your ego. You could be someone like people cannot get to because you're so determined on taking action, the right action, that you don't have any time for games, and people appreciate that you just cut straight to the point and you say what needs to be said, and it hits home. And there's a sense of like comfort with you because they could have thought that you were just gonna destroy their dream, or like the potential of what could be within this. It could be a love situation that is destroyed, but something about like preparing for a new life. So people are grateful because you help them see the possibilities of like having a hope for a future. And beyond any arguments or hardships, you behave in a way that's benevolent and respectful. And, you know, like you're a great benefit to others through your power of observation and your ability to see things on all sides. And, you know, like with the owl on this image, like I imagine like their head that turned 360 degrees or some shit in their night vision, so like you can see beyond the murkiness or the confusion, and you know how to trust your intuition. People appreciate you because you help them realize where in ways that they need to trust themselves, especially in them trusting and about them going like taking action, them like people appreciate you because you're a loyal figure in their life, and you help them feel confident in like taking action to be someone who defeats the odds beyond, you know, having to persevere through going through hard times and surmounting obstacles. You treat people with respect and dignity. I feel as though like you help people feel like they can conquer their fears and feel more empowered to enact change in their life. Ooh, especially when it comes to like something about manipulating others through duplicity and your stoicism. So like people could not understand like okay, you can go about taking an action, but then there is a sense of like you being secluded within yourself, having to go within and seek some kind of wisdom and guidance because of your deep union with the divine. Like you inspire people to have a strong sense of their inner world, and they appreciate you because you can give them their space, and that inspires them to also see life symbolically and to create that within themselves because of your creations. You inspire others to create too, and to do so dramatically with the destroyer and the fifth house energy. Yeah, you're definitely an artist or like a designer or some shit. Like you're a creator. Whether it's not something of the arts, you create something within your life that is for others to see. You impart some kind of insight for others to reflect more within themselves. And that enacts some kind of big change within, I'm hearing like domino effect. and each domino is like an individual person, and like the Rube Goldberg effect, like the trickle down of movement, one moving object being affected. Like once one object moves and touches an object that was standing still, then that object moves. So like people feel stagnant, by your movement you help others do the whole domino fall. I can only say that so eloquently. So like, yeah, okay. And you help people see things like down to earth, like realistically. Something about like not having no delusional rapport with the divine. Thinking, oh, I was told to wait. I was told that this was going to come together. And then that being the excuse or the reason to manipulate the situation through not doing anything, through being duplicitous, or through tricking someone through a lie of like withholding. So like a white lie. And also, like, you make people feel like they can do it by themselves. Like, you make people feel like they don't need you, or that because you don't need others to be the mean through which a cause can be successful. People say, oh, okay, I got this. I don't need anyone. I don't need him. I don't need them, them. I got this myself. It may not seem like, you know, with the five senses, I'm hearing like listen with your eyes. Okay. Let me get some tarot. I didn't mean to go this long with oop, one fell, ow. One fell to the floor. Let me see. Why are people grateful for group one? I'm just gonna get a few. Why are people grateful for group one? It fell to the ground, but that was temperance and death. So yeah, you bring it to people's awareness what needs to be modified within their life, what needs a sense of balance and recuperation within themselves, or you help people reach some kind of spiritual insight within themselves through deep contemplation and meditation, what things need to be cast out so they can live a healthy, more moderate life within themselves. Sticking true to heart's desires, or following through the heart's path, or something like that. Now I'm hearing guard your heart at all costs. And people are grateful for you because, yeah, you seem fine within yourself. Also, I feel like people are grateful because you can pick up the slack within certain situations, and you help people know, like, yeah, what needs to be let go of. I got that both ways. Like, you reach some kind of sense of achievement that people are grateful that you inspire them to know what to put down, because they see you achieve some kind of success through putting in the work, being diligent beyond whatever burdens that you had. It just seems as though you know how to put up boundaries and knowing what to delegate. And people can in turn do the same. and that sparking some kind of inspiration in them being able to feel capable to reach their hopes, their desires, their dreams. Why are people grateful? For group 1, 7 of Swords, with the Lovers at the bottom still. So what I'm getting from this, people are grateful for you because you make them realize the truth of situations, or you help people realize what imprisoning situations that they want to leave, want to cast aside, stressful times, what needs to be reprioritized. I'm also hearing respecting others' boundaries. So people appreciate you because you uphold some kind of healthy boundary of people not feeling entitled to your energy, your attention, your success, your love. And like, you know how to sneak off and take time for yourself, and that inspires others to do the same. Also, to confess some kind of truth from some kind of spiritual insight that they've received. People appreciate you because you don't point the blame game. You don't stay in period. Because you don't stay. There's a sense of like you always growing and evolving within yourself, and there's a lot for you to learn and teach, and people are grateful because it seems like you dole out a lot of information for them that helps them expand within themselves and bring good fortune within their life because of your uprightedness and your creations. That does the whole domino effect for others and how to live out. I feel like with the Leo energy, through your expression, through your creations, what you invest your time and your like what you invest your energy in. I feel like through you living out your life, it shows people, okay, like, okay, I can have the confidence to do this too, and it can turn out well. It can be for a great benefit for others. You remind people to spend more time to themselves instead of trying to seek some kind of validation, to try to elicit some kind of pity, or to be intoxicated with some kind of destructive power. You open people's mind to like letting go what is destructive for themselves that was hindering them from having some kind of peaceful, like, peace of mind, to be able to receive spiritual insights. I feel like you bring it to people's attention what true connection is like, what true love is beyond just lies and facades. I feel like people appreciate you because you help people come to their own conclusions and come forward themselves instead of forcing the truth out of people of when it comes to any kind of attraction to you. Because look what's at the bottom of the deck. People appreciate you because you give them their space, and it inspires them to want to communicate something in haste, try to come out with something already, because I feel like it's been festering. Okay, group one, I hope that resonates with you. Let me know by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hitting the bell to know when I'll post again, which should be soon. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. I'm gonna clean the energy up to go on to group two. Okay, those who chose this blue crystal, I'm gonna start with you. And we're gonna see, why are people appreciative of you? Why are they grateful? I hope you're doing well. And how do I do it for group one? Holy Spirit, why are people grateful for group two? Why are people grateful and appreciate group two? I feel like it's similar energy from group one, but it's a little different, so you can stay. Child wounded and angel. There's some stuff sticking out that I'm going to use for reference, but I don't feel like showing it right now. Angel says, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Child wounded says, light attributes, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. Shadow attributes, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. So I feel like people are grateful because you exhibit a great power of forgiveness, and because of their back still being turned towards the viewer, I feel like it's just something that's comforting and intimate with your one-on-one connections, or just like your close-knit community. And I feel like just because I've forgiven you doesn't mean you're still in my life. So people appreciate you because even though you give and help those in need with no expectation of return, there is still a sense of you still wanting to still serve and still give, but your light being so abundant and so loving, because there is a sure groundedness of you knowing who you are, and like the healthy boundary and like the love that you have to give, and not seeking any sense of, oh, look at me, I'm so great, I'm so pure and innocent and blameless. But it's all an act. And yeah, like, no, people are grateful because they would think that it would be all an act of you being angelic, or you being so nice and giving and forgiving, that, I don't know, something about just remaining upright. I keep on getting that. I want to get a clarifier. There also is a sense of like we're all in this together. Like we may be on opposing sides, but there's still a sense of justice to you. Like you're wanting to be someone who's fair and wanting to be benevolent. People appreciate you because you free yourself and others from destructive impulses. I feel like because you face your own inner work, your own inner demons, and that's why you're able to forgive others with a free and loving heart, and having that desire to serve other wounded children who have gone through who have also gone through, I guess, difficult times to where their generosity could have been judged critically as thinking it was like misleading, of like maybe there's a catch to the things that you've done, like that was helpful. People are grateful because something about you communicating your feelings. You inspire others to focus on what is around them with the third house and the moon. And how they feel. Why are people grateful for group 2? I don't feel good about the whole child wounded being here all of a sudden, because you do help wounded children, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. And I believe you don't use anything as an excuse, lack of money as an excuse to move forward with life, or the dysfunction of your past, of your childhood. I feel like you're just constantly improving yourself and willing to be someone who's selfless, self-sacrificing in order to serve others. Something like your strong intuition. People are grateful because you're so giving, because you have the desire to balance the scales of justice, to be fair, to make wrongs right, even if it means coming to your own conclusions with yourself, like having your own closure. And I feel like you do what has never been done before. Like, you're surprising to people. Like, your compassion and how you put that into action. You don't do things for like personal gain or to be selfish. And you don't have pretension to have deeper knowledge than you actually possess. You delight in doing these things without being superficial and, okay, being in a lack mindset or in a martyr mindset of like, look what all I do and this is what the things I get. And that's how you're able to be forgiving, because there's a sense of like having an open, pure heart. Like, people may think you're acting innocent or acting angelic to mislead others. People are grateful because you actually are very sweet and like thinking like Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't really know the details, but I knew that he was basically trying to be like on the face of him, the whole bad boy look, but he was the good guy for her, wanting to protect her and love her and all that. So it is a sense of, like, on the face of you, it could be deceiving or something, but you do have that passion for a journey of being personally empowered within yourself and also wanting to empower others. And I feel like people are grateful because you do serve as a sense of being a light for others, helping protect them and guide them along their path, along their journey to conquer their fears. And because of that, of you giving with no expectation of return, that's how things always boomerang back onto you, because you face your own inner demons and you free others from destructive impulses of behaving in ways that are out of control, or just not right. And I don't think you become arrogant when your authority is challenged or controlling and demanding. I think when your authority is challenged, it genuinely hurts. Like these people are turned away. So it's a sense like you're still licking your wounds. And people are grateful because you don't put that on anyone. Like, you don't lash out, or you don't act in a way where you think you're better than. I feel like you put others first. You're very compassionate and selfless. People appreciate you because of the light that you shed in others. I feel like it goes far, like it goes the distance with this world cape being on him. And yeah, you plant a small little seed and it goes far, and you do what has never been done before. And because you're so in your own lane, and you only take a select few with you, those who are the souls who actually seek your service, like your regal femininity, whether you regard yourself as feminine or not, you protect others in a way with your authority because of your kindness and your serving spirit. You help people aspire to hope for things and their wishes and think about that legitimately and put it into action, doing it for the future, and actually doing that in ways that's just not going to only benefit them but benefit the greater good, like other people along their path. And people are grateful for you because there's something about you grounding the sense of like spiritual world and physical world, and you opening people's eyes up to what truly matters with this whole trusting your inner spirit, your inner guidance. You do stir a lot of emotional reactions within people, and they're grateful because you help them suss through any confusion within themselves when it comes to them being emotionally overwhelmed or being trapped in self-doubt, wanting to resort to violence in the name of a cause, wanting to blame childhood wounds, resisting moving on through forgiveness, still having resentments, or acting in ways that are misleading to others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, or I was getting delusional rapport with divine in group 1. Okay. So there is a sense that you awaken people to their truth, to the truth, beyond any confusion or any doubt because of the things that you have to say in this group sphere. by you thinking of what needs to be said to this group, especially when it comes to matters of the heart or matters of like conquering fears of self-empowerment and the changes that it will bring, the cycles that it will close out through forgiveness. Forgiveness being with or without me, like you being in my arms, or if it's just me and you're not in the picture. There is a sense of like, by you making the right connection spiritually, you're able to positively affect those who are around you because of your perfect creations, because of your masterful ideas, because you do what you need to do. Like, you may feel like things that you put out aren't that great, or that it aren't perfect to you. With the Virgo energy, there could be a sense of maybe imposter syndrome, or still a need like to face your own inner demons, to tackle any limiting beliefs or things that try to bog you down your mind and make you believe things that aren't true. By you getting your ideas going and putting it out there to the public, by doing what you need to, I feel like you get positive reactions, and it stirs a lot of intense, I was getting in group 1, like domino effect. Because I feel like you are a great benefit to those around you. You radiate regality to you, where there's a sense of grace and dignity to you, no matter what lows that you've had to overcome in your life. People are grateful because you were always positive light in their life, a figure who behaved in ways that was upright. Like with the Avenger, like you made wrongs right, no matter if the other party was the wrong, no matter if there were things outside of you that you could not control. There is still a sense of you like not staying trapped in fantasy of like trying to live some kind of dream of trying to be a hero but not really making a difference. But like, no, you feel empowered enough to go beyond any kind of fanciful thoughts of trying to escape your reality, current struggling positions, and you're trying to surmount that. And it gives people a sense of heroism, like they can do that too, instead of having a sense of false heroism, like, oh, I got this, but never putting the foot forward to actually make that climb, to actually persevere, to do that work and putting your best foot forward. And you do what you have to do. You don't use anything as an excuse, like lack of money, to not move forward with your life. You don't use that as an excuse to be independent and go about things on your own. Or like, to trudge forward ahead with success in your mind, because you're letting your feelings tell you how to go after what you want, and your intuition can steer you wrong, following that goal impulse. I mean, you're moving hastily and fast, this is a fast moving card, like bolstering your way towards victory and success beyond any opposing forces that try to deter you while on your journey. Because you have the resources, you have everything necessary to make the transformations in your life, to make those changes. Now I'm hearing Chariot by Gavin McGraw, and I just saw the Six of Swords. So there is a sense of you taking yourself out of situations that try to bog you down in your mind, possibly situations that were not fair, where someone tried to win at all costs and didn't hold themselves with dignity and integrity, but you remain upright. And I feel like now, because of your obedience, that brought you on Spirit's ship, so you can receive the efficient help to gain some kind of peace of mind beyond any circumstances that feel unsettling, especially your childhood wounds, or anything from the past, any grievances or betrayal from the past. Why are people grateful for group 2? Why do they appreciate group 2? Look what comes out. 5 of Swords. That's too much. But it's something about you seeing the broader picture, you seeing beyond the issue at hand, like having a clear perspective on the matter, beyond any hurt words said or anyone trying to undermine you or make you feel low within yourself. And you know how to heal within yourself with the Temperance, the Sun, Queen of Coins again, and the 7 of Coins. So people are grateful for you because you know how to take time out for yourself and have some good times within your own life beyond any hardships. That's why you expect nothing in return, because there is a sense of abundance and contentment with you, or of peace and fulfillment with you, because you're fine on your own. And people are grateful for you because you know how to take time and put in the effort, how to invest your time and energy in something that's worthwhile, that's gonna last long in the future. And yeah, patience. Like, you're patient. You're someone who knows how to take time out for yourself, meditate, step away from the situation, and suss through your own feelings, heal within yourself, and yeah, be abundant and fine within yourself, being grounded in who you are. People could view you as someone who is definitely successful, and they're grateful for what you can give spiritually onto others. People are grateful for the healing work that you inspire in others, because you do that within yourself. And you shed a light on the absolute truth within situations when it comes to people in your life who are grateful for you, because there is a sense of good times even when things don't seem like harmonious or copacetic, when there's arguments and competition, or just conflict, or even conflict in the past about in your mind when you think of people who betrayed your trust or who caught you off guard with their selfish tendencies of trying to put you down. It just seems like you overcome that swiftly by remaining in your own lane. I feel like people are grateful through what you express, what you create, the life that you give. You could be a mother. People are grateful because you're a nurturing presence who help usher some kind of like transformative new beginnings within people's life, because you help confront people with the truth of their feelings through what you express, how they feel about certain situations or a situation with you. And there is a sense that you have a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. People are grateful that because of your empowerment, it empowers others and inspires them, because you actually live out your spiritual values, and that's how you never really lack within anything. You always lead some kind of abundant, fulfilling life. Because I believe you're like obedient to spirit, and I feel like you lay low with the back being turned. She's comforting herself, freeing herself from expectations of what others can do for her in turn, but just wanting to be of help. People value your help. They appreciate even if you don't have much to give, because people take and take from you. People appreciate the effort that you give, even when you go through challenging times where their odds are against you, but you still trudge forward ahead successfully. Like 2 success cards came out. People are grateful because you inspire them to balance their feminine and masculine selves, their energies, with the Chariot energy being Cancer and the Sun energy being Leo. Again, putting compassion to action again with those energy. So you know how to be thoughtful of others. I'm hearing 2 is better than 1 instead of being all out for yourself. People are grateful because, yeah, like how I said, you're a great benefit since the beginning. It's confirmation. Bottom of the deck of that is 6 of Wands. I did not even see that because it was facing down. People are attracted to your own individual success, that your reputation beholds you, I'm hearing. Or when you speak something, you speak facts, you speak truth. And you'll realize where people are exerting too much force, or where they are letting their feelings blind them from seeing things clearly, from seeing the opposing force being something that is hindering them and making them stagnant. But rather working with that and going in a clear direction, seeing things clearly. Like I was still getting a sense of like you're willing to step away from the situation to figure out your own truth, to figure out what you want, what is aligned with your heart's purpose. And like no matter how long it takes for you to get to that point, you're willing to invest the energy and the effort into that. Knowing what to be loyal to. Yeah, your inner world is definitely something that holds strong precedence. Your heart, that's something that no one can really take from you. That's how you're still able to create and live out life successfully, because you remain true to your heart with this Temperance card. You go through your own spiritual evolutions because you remain true to your spiritual values. Like you take action based on your values, and those things are what's gonna make you prosper for a longer period of time in your future. Like Instead of instant gratification, there is long-term rewards for you. People are grateful because they can benefit within that, because of your selfless heart. Okay, group 2, I hope that resonates with you. Let me know by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hitting the bell to know when I'll post again. And I hope that this was entertaining. I appreciate you guys taking time to spend it here, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Bye.